I guess I have some ideas there as well as,
Yeah, I have some other ideas too.
do we have a carpentry VOAG class in high school?
Yeah, they do.
Would they be interested in some
The
external
FFA
projects?
Big Ed class, I think they have a woods class too.
Like with Watson, Mr. Watson.
And more
Cool.
free.
You think that's something they'd be interested in also,
skill
or,
class.
you know, or are
We
you familiar
might
with?
see, so we have the VOA class, that's what they call them more, but,
Mhm.
they're doing some project for Fair Forest for, we need more, because we keep growing, more panels, those metal panels we use between the
Mhm.
animals, so, they're doing that for us. Another option, and I don't know, I know they do stuff for Gallatin Valley, I don't know if they would do stuff for Broadwater, is in Bozeman, there's a class, that's a Ed class, they build sheds, and that's what the class does, is build sheds, and they'll usually find, local community members or anyone who wants, and they'll do it at cost. I'm trying to remember if that's a spring or fall semester class. Obviously, it'd be too late for spring, but if it's a fall semester class, that might work. I know the contact for that, I can
Mhm.
check into it if you want me to.
Sure, I'm just kinda trying to provide some relief for these guys, cause they're gonna get pushed pretty hard here. And they got their normal spring maintenance stuff that has to happen.
Another option, of course, Mr. Watson's class, they've done a lot, but
Yeah.
also if you talk to Eric, they've been working with the Helena College.
Yep.
And Helena College is already looking at a potential partnership here in Townsend. This could be an opportunity for one of those classes also to come in and do some,
Okay,
it'd be a little bit more advanced than high school, which, if that works for you. Are you pretty stressed about all this and your workload? Well, what's your thinking?
well, that's why I'm asking, 'cause
I'm fine.
It looks fine.
I just roll with it.
Mhm.
These days. That's right, I guess more.
And I'm willing to
Happens,
help
happens.
too, I'm good at painting and stuff like that, so.
Right.
So Mary will do the heavy lifting.
No, you can't call the fire department for lift assist.
Don't worry, I don't need you. I'm just lifting a paintbrush.
So, yeah, I think we have some good resources. That's a good idea, Mr. Watson's class.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you do get overwhelmed, let us know beforehand.
Sure.
Okay.
We're all about May 23rd, right?
Yeah, right.
Is that your vacation?
Or Eric?
Bill Smith.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
As long as we don't move August 1st.
Hmm.
But, oh, yeah.
Is there any timeframe when that building will come down at all?
Oh,
Yeah.
any day now. What we have, the status of it is, the Petroleum Board and DEQ have both said it needs to come down. They were very upset when there were people in there, because of the health risks. Now that there's nobody in there, they've kind of taken a step back and said, okay, what's your timing? So it's really, we're in the driver's seat on this. The DEQ and Petroleum Board are working in Lewistown on another project, and what they asked for was a variance to knock a building down there, and I'll have some terms here mixed up, but you get the general gist. So they wanted a variance to allow them to take down a building and pay for an asbestos removal in the building. Well, Brian responded, because he works the brownfields for the state, and he said, well, yeah, I can support this here if you would support it in other locations. Of course, he's thinking Townsend's ambulance building, which we were looking at anywhere from 7 to 20, 30,000. So we may have saved that 7 to 20, 30,000 by waiting this long. So it's just, everything's in the process right now. But they know how anxious we all are because of one of us especially. Which, thank goodness. So, yeah, any day now. There's the long answer to your short question.
So I guess what is the hospital gonna do with all the records they got stored in there?
That's their problem.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I'll bring it up, okay,
Well, because I mean,
yeah.
we can't take the garage door out and move it to the other building if they've got all their medical records stored in there, so they need to find some place to store those medical records.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I think the priority's gonna be these guys first.
I would agree.
I would
We're saying
too,
take care of these guys.
because I do think we're in jeopardy if you guys losing the roof, and that would be bad.
So we'll talk to them right after this meeting and tell them
They need to look, weren't they looking in the basement of that house at one point?
I don't know, we'll have to suggest that
Yeah.
strongly, so we'll deal with that soon. I don't know how many boxes there are.
Well, it covered that whole shelf at one point.
I know there's still some things that we need to work out with the hospital district in regard to that building, so I guess we need to advance those conversations.
Yeah,
We need to have an answer from them, what's gonna happen there.
yeah, maybe we need a working meeting with those
Mhm.
guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I think we kinda need to have that component in place.
Yeah, bottom line is, it is their building.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
And we're gonna have to do something with the loan, because that's collateral on the loan.
yeah, and I think the argument that the property is worth a lot more without a contaminated building on it and cleaned, for me, it translates, it's kind of of course. So if that works with you guys, and also, we could look at a loan professional and ask them. And what I have heard is, as we are the bank, essentially, it's up to us. We can continue to, and our choice is to find some opportunity like that, or to hang on to a contaminated building as collateral, when, as the loan holders, we could say, we're going to forgive that collateral in order to clean up the ground. So, we have a lot of options, and if you guys want, we could absolutely have somebody like a Mark Menke come in and explain to us what our options are.
Yeah, we can do that, but I think the first issue we need to solve is who's gonna have ownership of the building, whether it's gonna be the hospital district board or us. We need to determine what's gonna happen there. And then we can kinda start to make our decision on moving forward.
Sure, because it's collateral,
Because it's
you're
cool.
saying if they just gave it to us, yeah, and that would probably clean up the issue,
Possibly.
yeah. Joke's on us,
So-
though.
Well,
Are
it
you
is.
saying that they would give the county the building, not the property? So that
Oh,
the
no,
property
it'd have to be everything, but still, even that, the value of that building and the property is that of what the loan is. To the balance that they owe us.
Mhm.
So, whether it's gonna be additional collateral from someplace else, we just gotta talk about all those things, how that's gonna work out.
Right.
Why don't we try and schedule a working meeting with the hospital district and Mark Menke?
That'd be great,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think once we have that solved, or whatever it is that we decide to do there, then it makes it easier for us to go forward over here.
right. I think you're right,
Just knowing in the back of our mind where we're headed.
right.
We don't have that big unknown in front of us right now.
Okay. How about, we'll communicate with those guys via email so everybody's in the loop, how's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That'd be
Okay.
great. Yep.
All right. I think that's a good idea. We need some answers.
Mhm.
You guys need some answers. And then the hospital will have answers on what they need to do on the records.
Any
that's what we'll go with.
All right. Anybody thinks of anything, let us know. And you might do just an email and loop everybody into it so everybody knows what's going on and what the questions and conversations are.
Yeah, a lot of times these things, they spur other things that we may have not thought about at the moment, and they'll come to you tonight at midnight when you wake up.
Call Daryl.
Call me.
You'll be up.
If nobody answers, you'll know why.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, we will adjourn at 11:20.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks,
For all
everyone.
your input.
Thank you.
So,